everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm transforming Star Toys ST-02 Tracker, or Trax as I like to call him. Many people claim this is a difficult transformation, and it is if you're doing it wrong. And I mean, it's not a simple transformation, absolutely not, but bear with me and I think I can show you a way that you will actually transform this pretty, not easy, but normal. I mean, it's not an X-Transbot transformation, though I like them sometimes. Okay, let's get started. Rotate the hand downward and bring this little section out, like that. Fold the hand in, bring that back up, tab that in, and fold this back. Now you want to rotate this backwards, like that. And now we're getting somewhere. Or, well, not yet, but still. Come to these. As you can see, there are gaps here, and that is good, because that means we can actually go like this. If you don't have the gaps, use a spudger and just get in between, so you don't scrub any paint off. And when you have it like this, you untab the bonnet, and you can fold that down for now. You take these metal pieces and push them like that. And now we come to... We can actually rotate this around if we want to, but we're going to do that later, in my humble opinion. Fold these out to the side and give this a little tug, like that. You can see the head comes out. Now we're going to, again with the spudger, because it is so difficult to get out. You need to get this little piece out and fold this back, and you're going to have this. This is also too difficult. You're going to rotate at the gray piece, and then when you have the head down, you do have those two clicks, and then the head is in place. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Rotate that about, and come to these. Fold this out, push that in, and that will go in like that. This side is loose, loosey-goosey. I can tighten that up, but I don't want to do that right now. And you do the same thing on this side. This holds better. You push this little middle piece back, and now we're going to rotate the entire windshield forward. I hope. Now, these black pieces are supposed to be down, and you are going to rotate only on the white piece. So this is down, and you rotate that around. And then you continue rotating the window until it lines up like this. Come to the back, fold this in. It should be enough space here. Yeah. And then you come here and you tab it in on the... We can show it from this side. Tab it in here first, like that, and then you give this a good squeeze, because if this isn't squeezed together, well, yeah. I'm just going to get those out of the way. Now we come to the sides here, and they are on a slider. So get this slider out. You can... It's tabbed in as well, so it can be a bit obnoxious. As you can see, there's the little tab, and now we need to get this out, and now we can actually see the slider in here, and then we can rotate this, because there is a little tabby thingy on this side there as well, so the side doesn't move when you have him in robot mode. Yep. This should be down. Mine is already for some reason. Fold these up so they actually get out of the way. And these can pop off. So be very careful when you're folding things about. You don't want them breaking. Up here you have tabs and ports that should click in like that. And I don't know if you can see them because they are tiny, but there are some transparent tabs here that are going into the side of this window, and you need to be very We can wait with them if we want to as well, because these... Good. This side is in. But we need some room to manipulate all of this. So let's just wait with those, shall we? Now, the thing I always forget, but I didn't know, thank goodness, is this little indentation here. You need to push this out like that. It's a very, very, very small thing to do, but you need to do it anyway. And you need to, of course, fold that side view mirror out. Now we're going to line everything up here. And this piece is going underneath. Let's just tab this in first, shall we? Back. When you're behind the camera, you don't really see where you're supposed to tab in. So this probably looks much more difficult than it actually is. And if you, like me, get that in again, you have to get that away, because you really need to get this underneath there. You can see that little port, you can call it a port, and this tab is going in there. And it can be really difficult to do if you haven't done things properly. Now that is how it should look. Finally. Now my window gone in again, because I pressed it. So you have a little tab in here in the window. So you're going to tab those things in like that. And come to this back piece and just push that in. Then we come to this little yellow piece. And this little yellow piece is going to go out because it's going to be held by this. So this actually sticks out. It won't, but still. Untab it. And it's on several hinges. So you need to have it like that. And that actually stays this time. That was good. I wonder why. Anyway, you bend the arms inward like that. You fold this little piece forward, so everything just lines up with the middle section, and you tab the arms in there. And you come to the wings, and they are supposed to, I say supposed to because they really don't, tab in there. Can get it tabbed in, and that's the first time I've ever gotten that tabbed in, actually. I'm kind of happy about that, actually. Let's see if I can get the other one tabbed in. Probably not, but... yeah, I actually could. Very, very nice. Okay, now we've gotten the half of the car done. Now we're going to push the waist all the way down. So it's a Gur car, but from the back, I guess. And this can be a bit loosey-goosey during transformation, but when you're done, it is going to be stiff as a rock. Oh, that sounded so bad. I'm sorry. When you fell the waist, you're going to rotate the legs forward like this. You come to, I'm going to show you one of the legs, and then we can do the other one on camera. Push that out, and it is on a little slider. So slide that out as far as you can. And I know people say that you should do this earlier in the transformation than I'm going to do when you push it in. But trust me, you want to do this lastly. Just angle that in a bit. And that is all you need to do right now. Open the foot up. Push this little slide piece in. And then we're going to just fold the foot up like that. Not all the way, because we need to push everything together at the same time. Open this up, fold this out, and fold it back where it was out of the package, like that. And now we're going to hinge the leg downwards at the same time as we are rotating the foot in. And yeah, let's do the windshield later, shall we? And this needs to be out for so many reasons. But before we come all the way down, we need to open this up. And this tab is a little problem for me but I'm doing my best. And this is so difficult to show from behind the camera. You're going to fold it to the side. So it's going to go in that indentation there. And now we've gotten one leg where it should be. Now, the difficult piece here... Why isn't this aligned? Well, it maybe just... You need to get that under the foot. Like that. But before we press this in, you need to get these double tabs aligned in there. And the outer one is a hook tab. So get that. And when it looks like this, you can actually press this in, but see to it that it stays that way when you press this in. Because if you don't, you're going to be frustrated. Let's just say frustrated, shall we? Like that. And as you can see, that little piece went under the foot, and this just stays and looks dandy good. Yeah, we're almost there now. Thankfully, you angle the windshield in. You press the glass underneath, and you tab these 3 tabs in. And here we have him in his glorious alt mode. Now let's transform him to his other alt mode. I don't really know if it's another alt mode or not, but anyway, hinge those out of there. Like so. This little flimsy piece can just stay there. And now we're going to get the arms out. They are tabbed in very well here, so yeah. I'm going to fold these down, these little side thingies, the arm fillers, or whatever you call them. Now, we do need to take these out, because we need to get the doors out of here, which is not very... because these are gonna go down, and we're gonna go... These are gonna go back in, and then I'm gonna push that back in as well, because we are... Let's see if we can do this. We're going to have the arms out, and we're going to have these pieces in, and you can see there's a tab there, and that tab is just gonna go underneath here. So you can either lift them up or bend plastic over plastic like I did, and it just, yeah, it works. Come to the back, hinge this up, pull this to the sides. Be mindful that you don't bend them backwards before you actually have them out to the side, or you'll scrape some plastic. There you have that little tail fin. Now we go and push those back. Tab these in and get these back down and tab them in where they were, which is easier said than done. Open the wheel up like so and rotate the wing. So this tab goes into that port and you tab that in. It's a very firm connection. Fold this out so it's on like a T, and then tab that into the side like that. And here you have him in his flying mode. Now let's transform him into robot mode, and we're going to undo a lot of stuff. First we're going to do that, then we're going to tab this out so we actually get some room here. We're going to untab the entire back piece so we have some room to move. Fold these down, hinge these backwards and downwards so they tab in. Backwards and inwards. I need to follow my own advice. Now we're going to split this piece, and I'm going to take the correct side first, because then this just goes up and loosens up everything kind of nicely. Get the sides out of their little prison, and you need to push this in like that, so you can actually do stuff with the sides, because they are going in, and now they are going in. There's a lot of things going in, isn't there? You can take the legs, and you can untab these grey pieces, so everything just loosens up like that. You can actually pull them all the way out, so you free up those legs from the sides. And it is tabbed in several places, so be mindful what you're doing. And when you've done that, just push them back like so. Now, these are supposed to be rotated like that. You need to have those heel spurs down, and you angle the foot a bit. And let's see if I can do this now. Oh, this isn't out yet. Like that. You know it is out when you can actually hinge these a bit forward like that, because you need the room for it. You can get them out of the way like that, which I never did before. That was actually kind of nice. Now we're going to try to get these legs out like that. Yay. And this comes down. This little thigh cover piece thingy comes to the front, and you need to press that in. It doesn't really stay, but that doesn't really matter either. So come to the back here before we fold this piece in, because we need to get this little grey piece out. As you can see, this grey piece locks most things in on this box, so it's kind of important. When you fold that forward, you actually tab that in. You can see it tabs in. You fold this like that, and you push it in on the slider. And now we have one leg almost done, because we need to fold it forward as well. Like that. Now one leg is done. And don't forget the feet, of course. Fold these up. Use a spudger to get these all the way up. Oh, that looks like it should. Fold this down, and be mindful, it has a lot of, well, folding to do up here. 1, 2, yeah, 2. So much ado about nothing. Now we're going to pull this piece out. We are going to angle these upwards and inwards. The side, I'm going to show you on the back. You can see I've hinged those backwards, so they are out of the way. Now we're gonna go get the head. And this is not as simple as you would want. You're supposed to pull it down a bit, like that, and pull it forward like that. Don't use the spludger from this side, because you can break things. Push this in, so it's in there, and fold this piece down, so it's ready for the back piece here. But before we tab anything in or do anything else, we need to fold everything the way it should be, and that is more difficult than you would expect. Pull these aside for now, so we get some clearance. And that's what Clarence said. Rotate this about. And start... Yeah, this is what happens when you... yeah. But it is doable. You can always put them back, so there is no real danger. Ah, of course. I forgot. You have to rotate these out first. That's why everything just went to shivers. Now we can get those down, and we can rotate this. And you need to rotate the black pieces down, so you actually have some clearance to go back to the robot mode, or the gun mode. Like that. Fold the black pieces down. You don't have a lot of room here, so now you can fold it all the way up. Don't forget about that middle piece. Fold these black ridges in. Fold that forward. Extend the side. Tab that in. Do that on this side as well. Fold these up for now. It's going to come down, but let's just try, shall we? Before we push this in, we need to angle the head down. And again, the window popped off. I mean, it's not broken, so there is no danger of it popping off, but it's just a little C-clip there. So, yeah. At least be mindful of it. Okay. Now we need to scooch these down so we can get them past the arms. Like that. Fold those in. And pull these out on those hinges. Why isn't that staying where it should? Now I can scooch that up again. Ah, I haven't pushed that in. Push that in. Like that. I thought I did. But apparently I didn't. And tab everything in on the sides. You can do that even better when you've gotten the both sides in. See to it that this grey piece on the back is vertical. Like that, and that the doors are around it and behind those little pegs. Now we're going to fold this up, and you have a double hinge, so be mindful. And these are going to hug here. So I almost forgot you have to fold these down, of course, as well, because you don't want them out. And you close that up, and you can just push the arms down for now. Fold the arms down, fold the hand out. Tab that back in, which can be a bit of a chore. Like that, and fold that so the grey side is out. Rotate the hand, and do that on the other side. Move this up, tab that in. And you're going to move this forward and upwards like that. And now that is where it should be. And here you have tracks in alt mode. No, sorry, robot mode. I'm so tired. It's very late here, so my head is not working as it should. But I guess that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care.